Hello everyone, here we've got another installment of the Henna Designs for Fingers series, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right into some Moroccan style henna designs for the fingers. And one thing that I really like to do is I like to do a really simple design on the hand and then do really elaborate designs on the fingers when I do Moroccan style henna. I am still getting a grasp on this particular style, so if I do make some mistakes, forgive me. During the course of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and film it right on through, and if I make a mistake, I may have to wipe it off and restart. So please forgive me and follow along with me. We'll both learn together. So this first one is one that I really like to do, and this is really great for people who have longer fingers. So it starts out with, usually I have a line that I draw here. And I'm going to go ahead and do it, though because I'm working with a practice hand, it really isn't necessary, but I just draw a thin line on the side of the finger. Like so. And you can either do this on the front of the hand or the back of the hand, it's up to you. Then we're going to do some triangles. A little bit here, but we're going to try to all make them the same size. So one isn't drastically larger than the other, though if one is a little bit larger than the other, that's okay. We are learning. You'll see why I like doing this on someone who has really long fingers. Now, we started the triangle a little bit with a little bit of space here left on the line on the top and on the bottom. There's a reason for that. You'll see that as I continue. So we're going to go from the top of the line where I left space, and we're going to go ahead and go around the triangles. Yay! Why I left extra space makes sense now. Okay. See? And to become proficient in Moroccan style henna, you really have to practice henna, draping your henna. And it starts by using henna that's really stringy and then just learning how to drape. And I will do a video on that. So it takes practice. I am still learning this particular style, like I said before, so I will make mistakes, forgive me, but I'm trying to share something interesting with you. So we're going to make some little cross shapes with dots on 3 points. So we're going to try to make them all the same size. You can do something different in here if you want to, but I'm going to do this. There we go. Alright, let us continue by doing little zigzags around the edges here. They're like teeny tiny triangles. You know how we do like gingerbread and Indian style henna? This is like the Moroccan style gingerbread. It's like a zigzag line. Though I don't see it used as a filler very often in Moroccan henna. I guess you could if you really wanted to. And some of the designs I do in this video may not be authentically Moroccan. They may be Moroccan inspired, so. But definitely this is, when I look at this, I think Morocco. I don't think any other country. And then I'm going to put little dots on the tips of those little triangles that were created because of that zigzag line I did. And this is really great if you make one of the points is a little bit longer than another. Putting that dot on there helps to disguise your mistake. Same with what I do with gingerbread. So that's pretty much it. One thing I would have done differently was make these triangles a little bit smaller because there's so much space in here. So you can, you know, fill in, you know, put extra stuff in there, like if you wanted to fill in the corners of this, like that. Just fill it in. You could do that, because I feel like it's a little bit too open, or you could not do that. It's completely up to you. Okay. So that's it for design number 1 for Moroccan style or Moroccan inspired designs. Another one that is my favorite, and it's so simple, is we're gonna do a series of V's like so. Yep. And here another. And you may do 2 sets of these, 3 sets of these, 4 or 5. It all depends on how long the finger is. But you can adjust it based upon which finger you're putting henna on and based upon which size it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3. I could do more. And let's go ahead and fill those in with henna paste. Great for back of the finger or front of the finger. There you could, you know, start under the fingernail, so if the fingernail was there, this would work. This I've done on my own hands. I think I might have a picture of that. I don't remember. But when you do that solid, these solid shapes here, I guess you could call this chevron. If you do that, you could, it looks really nice. It makes a really bold line, a really bold design. It looks beautiful. So I'm just going to clean these up a little bit by drawing some lines over the edges. So that's pretty much it for this. You could go in here and put some little dots along the edges if you felt so inclined to do so, or put some little accents down here if you want to. But that's pretty much it. It's just kind of like a chevron shape. You could even do like extra thin lines in between, like if you felt like you wanted to do this, you could. And I feel like I want to do that, so I will. That would look kind of cute, huh? What do you think? Kind of cool, right? Or you could do some sort of, you know, something there, whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to another one here. And this one is, it's a little bit of a challenge for me. Let's see if I can get it right on camera. Let's move it. Yeah, believe it or not, I still have challenges in henna. I am not perfect. I have a long way to go in some areas. Sometimes it's really difficult for me to break things down. Sometimes it's really easy. Some styles of henna are easier for me than others. That's why I may be a little quiet while I do this, because I really need to concentrate so I can get my point across, so you can follow along and do it right. Because if I'm going to teach you how to do it, I should teach you how to do it right. Right? Right. Believe it or not, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm filming this video. Okay. So, now that I've got through the difficult part for me, the tip of this would be filled in. Or you cannot fill it in. Personal choice. And this works well for the front or the back of the hand. However, because there are some small details in this particular design for the finger, I would do it on the on this side of the finger where it's smoother, because there are so many fine details and lines. But you do what you want to do. We're going to come in here and do some little V shapes cooperate. Got a little henna buildup on the tip of my cone there. And now I have like these really cheap hand cloths that I got from my local grocery store, and you get like a pack of like 20 of them really, really inexpensively. I used to wipe them up on paper towels, but I'm trying to be a bit more eco-friendly and not create so much garbage and trash, so I get a cloth towel and I wash them. They do get stained, but you know, they're just for henna, so who cares? I sure don't. It doesn't bother me. And you save paper towels and other miscellaneous things from going into the landfills when you can just wash them and start all over again. So, if you're a henna artist, try to find ways to be a little bit more eco-friendly. I sure am, by not creating excess garbage. I'm going to put some dots up here. Just in the center there. I've seen some other henna artists make reusable cones. I haven't gotten there yet, but I do sometimes make my cones out of reusable things, materials, bags, potato chip bags. I don't really eat potato chips, but potato chip-like bags. You know, just recyclable materials that can be used for cones. This looks kind of like snowflakes to me. I like this. So it's just a bunch of lines with dots on the bottom. If I can find a video of a henna artist making reusable cones with a heat sealer, I will go ahead and post that on my Facebook. However, if I cannot find a video, I will make one. Because I do believe I saw a video of it. Maybe it was a Periscope. I may have saw a Periscope of a henna artist doing that. Oh, I hope she uploaded it to YouTube. But I do have a heat sealer, so if need be, I can do it. So, this design is pretty simple. This is what it is. And the cool thing about this design is if you have a design with the rest of the hand going on here, it easily connects to that. So, you know, it's just learning to lay and overlap lines and try to make them the same distance apart. That's something I struggle with, so things can be a little off kilter when I'm doing this, but I think I did pretty good for this video. So anyway, let's move ahead with the next design for this Moroccan style inspired series blah 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 hand design. Oh, you can tell it's time for me to get some rest. Okay, so we're gonna do line, very thin line, drape a line down one side. I will do a video on draping. If I haven't mentioned that before, I will. I'm working with some old henna, which is why I'm having breaks in my line. It's another way to be eco-friendly. Do not waste henna. If you've got some old henna, don't toss it out. Use it to practice. That's what I do with old henna. Alright. So, 2 lines on either side. It makes more sense when you're doing this on a human hand because a human hand has a shape to it. It's not perfectly flat, but the practice hands, they do help. So I'm just going to do a zigzag down each side. Tiny little zigzag. Okay. So, on a live human hand, this would make much more sense. But this is what I have at this time in the morning, so this is what we will use. And then we're going to do a line right down the middle. Yes. Yes. Line why you break. Line why you hate me so much. Okay. We're just gonna do some swirls and then attach the tail of that swirl to the middle line. Yes, we're going to try to make them all the same size, though I may mess up in doing so. I'm giving it a shot. Okay. You don't want to put too much pressure on your cone when you're doing small accents in really tiny spaces. Just put a light pressure on your cone because it gives you more control over the henna paste. So if you feel yourself or see yourself starting to make a mistake, you can stop it before it is attached. So that's pretty much it for that design. This particular finger design, because it just kind of stops right there, it would be attached to something going on the hand over here. So this type of finger design makes more sense when there's a completed hand design. This is not meant to be a standalone finger design. It's meant to be attached to something. So there you go. But you could finish it off if you wanted to by putting something down here if you felt so inclined to do so. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, so that's not going to happen right now. Alright, and the fifth and final for this, for the Moroccan style inspired finger designs. We're going to do a cap here. And then we're going to do some diagonal lines, really close, thin diagonal lines really close together. I do apologize if my camera is having issues focusing. We're working on it, okay? Working on it, or not we are, I am, since I'm the only one here doing this. Believe it or not, I have no crew. I will show you my filming setup sometime. It's pretty bare bones, and the camera is very, very, very close to my hand, which sometimes makes positioning difficult. Anyway. Come on. Okay. So, there we go. There's our cap. Then we're going to do a thin line here. This is a thicker line. This gives the design more depth because you've got these little thin diagonal lines, and you've got this thick bold line, then you've got a thin line. It gives the design some depth and personality. Okay? Then we're going to do some gingerbread. We're going to make them elongated and skinny. Okay? You know, this one is Moroccan inspired because you don't really see gingerbread in Moroccan designs very often. Sometimes, but not often. It's this part that is more Moroccan. Line. Dot. Okay. Dot. Swirl around said dot. Connect line to base. Do the same on the other side. Try to make them match if you can. If you can't, life will go on. Okay. Then we're going to do some short lines, dots on the end of them. Short line, dot on the end. Short line, dot. Short line, dot. Boom. Done. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. This is a thumb that I've just finished. This bold line one where I added these little thin ones in here, and you could add some dots on those thin lines too if you felt so inclined. You could also do something like this and pop that on the tip there. That might be cute. My favorite one, which I do quite often, love doing this on people who have long fingers. This one's really detailed. Love this one. And this one's really cool too. So that's what we've got for Moroccan style or Moroccan inspired finger designs. So this is just another video in this series that I'm actually really enjoying. Thank you to the viewer who requested finger design videos, because I'm just going a little crazy with it. I could go on forever with lots of different styles I could share with you guys. So if you have any comments, questions, please go ahead and pop those down in the comment box. If you want to email me, my email address is info@freehandmehndi.net. It's down in the information box as well if you need some help in spelling that. Yeah, if you have any video requests, please feel free to ask those. But if you're going to do video requests, you have to be a subscriber. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are not a subscriber and you want to request a video. Crazy rule I have. If you need some henna supplies, or if you're all interested in having a practice hand, this is a longer bridal length practice hand. I have shorter ones too. They're available on my website at FreeHandMehndi.net. There's a link to my website down in the information box below. Please rate and comment, and I already asked you to subscribe, but if you haven't, go ahead and do it. If you already have, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video, and you take care.